Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Lord of the Mysteries, episode 1 and 2. A little bit of exposition on who I am and why I think I'm qualified talking about this. I've reread the book twice now, so I finished my second reread of it maybe like 2 weeks ago because I was, getting ready for the anime because I was hyped for it. I'm around halfway through COA or COI, which is the second book in like the Lord of the Mysteries kind of universe. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy the series. I've been following it for around, I would say, like a year and a half or so. Yeah, I love it. Anyways, let us move on to my analysis of it. We're going to start with dislikes, and then we're going to move on to likes. And we're going to kind of hit some points throughout all of these. Okay, so my first one, or I shouldn't even say dislikes, but just like stuff that I think could have been done better. First things first, we don't really know anything about Klein or Zhou Mingwei, like the guy who transmigrated into Klein's body. We don't really know anything about him. To elaborate on that point, in the book, like it's stated that Zhou Mingwei is a Redditor. He's an internet warrior, keyboard warrior. He's an IT worker. He knows like a little bit of everything, can argue really well with people, stuff like that. We're not really introduced to any of that in the show, which kind of sucks because that really builds up Klein's character. Another thing that they didn't really, they hinted at it, they showed it, but they didn't say it, which I guess is okay, but some people that are watching are going to get confused. Klein's memories and Zhou Mingwei's, or Klein's memories fused with Zhou Mingwei's. So he has bits and pieces of Klein's memories, hence why he's not a complete stranger in this world, because he kind of still understands the general premise of everything. Other than that, moving on to the Klein side, we have no idea that Klein is a historian. We have no idea that he graduated Tingen University. We have no idea that he's looking for a job. We have no idea that he's poor. We don't know like the class system of this world, which is very important actually. We don't know any of that, which like I'm really kind of disappointed that they skipped over. I was hoping that in episode 1 that they would kind of try to hook people in with the action and like hook people in with the animation, and then episode 2 we would go back and we would kind of get more of that exposition on who Klein is as a person, or who Zhou Mingwei used to be as a person now in Klein's body, so on and so forth. We didn't get any of that. I'm okay with them skipping, him buying bread and them talking about the currency and all of that stuff, whatever, right? But that part, like the parts about Klein and Zhou Mingwei, I think that they really should have elaborated on that. So I already mentioned that we don't know too much about the world either. The first episode, not too much in the second episode, but the first episode, it kind of just felt like instead of like one solid thing, the transitions were so smooth that like a first time watcher is gonna think this is all happening in one day, where it's just like, there was 3 days here, 1 day here, 1 day here or something, but like it's just like such a smooth transition between scenes, which is like a good thing but also a bad thing, because you just don't know how much time is going by, and it kind of gives the, like, at least when I was watching it, it gave the illusion that everything was happening in one day. Other than that, the only other note I have is pacing. That's going to be fixed, I think. There was a leak that came out that starting episode 4, the pacing is going to slow down. I think that, like, in volume 1, the first, like, 75 to 100 chapters are, like, so slow. But it's worth it, right? But they're so slow that they just had to, like, rush through this part, which I get. That also kind of like leans toward another one of my things I have, is that he didn't even go through the civilian staff. He just became a Beyonder right away. We still don't really know what Beyonders are. That's fine though. Anyways, everything's fine. Now my likes. The showcase of powers was so damn good. When Leonard started doing his poet stuff, and like you can see the visualization of like what his poet powers represent and like what they mean, I thought that was amazing. That was really, really good. Not like, I phrased that completely wrong. You know what I mean though? Like, like what happened in that like little thing with like all the roses and everything, that wasn't actually happening. It's just a visualization of what the poet powers do, right? And I thought that was amazing. Other than that, I loved seeing like Tingen come to life. It was exactly how I thought of it in my head. They absolutely killed it with the visuals and like making the world feel alive. Like all of like the scenes of him being chased, him ducking into the tent, that was amazing. In terms of the Tarot Club, I thought that was really, really good too. I think that there was some mistranslations with the subtitles with the website that I was using, because like Alger just said some things that were off. Audrey just didn't seem as excited as she should have been. Again, these are very, very small things that I think will be fixed if I watch the dub or if I get a better sub. Other than that, I mean, it's the first 2 episodes, so we're going to have to wait and see. I will be streaming all the episodes on my Kick channel down below if you guys want to follow and watch them with me on release. I think it's going to be, like every Friday at 10 p.m. that they release, so we're going to be watching them. I mean, yeah. Other than that, if you guys have any questions about the series, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I can answer basically everything. I'm not going to spoil it, but you know what I mean. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for you guys for watching. Peace.